Hey, how you doing? I'm laughing already. What's the other light? I don't know. I can't tell what that light is. Take the bulb out. Hi, Howard. I'm doing okay. Was it Cheshire? I'm doing better. You can hear a little in my little congestion, but I'm doing better. I'm in here getting ready to. What the hell is wrong with the damn? Hey, Mama. Hope you're feeling better. I am. You better have a glow. Girl, listen, I don't know if that's the glow or it them vegetables or it's coming from back from death or it's a filter. I don't know what the heck is going on. See the light, and if I turn it off, do I have lit up there? Probably. I'm gonna turn it kind of this way, a little bit better. Sorry, y'all. Y'all doing all right? I'm trying to get my juicing together. I'm prepping for my juice. Listen, look at all the little old people, fat neck. Look at that little droopy neck. I lost weight since this damn COVID. I was hungry as hell. That COVID said, "Bitch, you ain't shit." I was like, "Can I have a sandwich, sir?" She's like, "No." Just an apple or orange will do. COVID was not having that. Shoot. Little did he know. Little did COVID know. Tricked me right on and shot me right on into my purpose and calling. Right back to healthy eating. I stayed sick long enough so I don't want no damn food. I gotta make myself eat now. So that's what I'm doing. I'm prepping. See? In my NutriBullet. Yes. It's like, "Can I have a sandwich, Mr. COVID?" COVID was like, "No, you can't eat nothing, can't smell nothing, can't taste nothing. But I just want a little morsel of food." No. See there? Suit yourself. Suit yourself. Now I'm back to healthy eating. I don't want no bread. I don't want no meat. Oh well. If they had known who they was crucifying, they wouldn't have crucified the Savior. Sorry, y'all. Jokes on COVID. Oops. Damn. What was that? A stem or something? And it fell in my... There it go. And it fell in my darn... A stem from the blueberries. Y'all. I'm telling you, plant-based and raw, woo child. I can't get enough. Sometimes I want some food. I mean, like, when I say food, I mean comfort food. But I'm getting ready to fix that right now. I'm getting ready to do some cabbage, some yellow regular green cabbage, and some red cabbage. I'm gonna cut up some onions, and I'm gonna cut up some bell peppers, different color bell peppers. And I'm going to saute those right there on the stove. I'm going to fix me a little rice. Just a little bit. Not too much because I don't want to do too much rice. Hey, I miss you too. Then I'm going to cook these. Right here. Parsnips. A little multicolored carrots. Parsnips and carrots. I'm getting ready to eat. Miss y'all too. Yeah, see, I ain't playing with y'all. I'm trying to lose the rest of this here weight. I started, let's see, I was a raw vegan about 6 years. And then, for some reason, I know the reason, I was keeping my grandkids and I started eating what they were eating and adding extra stuff to my diet. Man, rice is the hardest thing for me to cut out. Cries and geeky. I know. I'm a rice. I love rice. Carolinas, I love rice. I stopped cold turkey when I went raw vegan at first because I had congestive heart failure, diabetes, hypertension, chronic fatigue, sleep apnea, and I was obese. And so that heart myocardial infarction made me, my stubborn Taurus ass, made me eat healthy and de-stress my life. Hello there, spicy lady. That's what happened. Somebody said, how did you start going eat clean? Almost damn died. That'll do it. Yeah. And here, with this COVID, I'll tell you something. I'm a strong sister. I'm a strong sister. I'm a strong one. Hear me? When I say I'm physically strong, right? I'm physically strong. I'm mentally strong. I'm healthy. 56-year-old grandmother of 5. But I do have pre-existing health issues because of my being strong, doing things on my own, making it happen as a single mom with 3 kids. I neglected myself and working 3rd shift and not getting the proper rest and stress all over the place. My body just shut down and said, listen, let me just shut this heart down. Let's just go ahead and send her on her way to glory. And listen, my heart shut that shit down. But luckily for me, it was like it shut down and then powered back up. Like if a generator goes out and then it comes back on and all the lights start coming back on. That's what happened to me, because my lights literally dimmed and went out. Like I could not see, and I was at work 3rd shift. I was a resident assistant, or you could call it a house mother in a maternity group home. So this is how I became a doula. And so I was working the 3rd shift, and honey, the girls was upstairs asleep, and my heart just said, bitch, let's go. I'm finna to go. You finna go. We all get ready to go. And I did not have the wherewithal to call an ambulance. I didn't want to disturb the girls. That's the craziest stuff. I didn't want to disturb the girls. I decided that I'm just going to pack up my purse and my bag, put my coat on, go ahead and finish all the work, close the computer down, shut it down, and go sit on the couch and go ahead and die. My thought was, I said, well, when the morning shift, the 7 o'clock lady come in, she'll find my body and she'll call the ambulance. I don't know why I didn't call the ambulance, but I was just, and I made my peace with God. And I just said, all right, God, with my coat on, I had my coat and my purse in my hand, and I was going to go on to glory. And I said, okay, God, well, I appreciate this life. And they'll find my body in the morning. And about 10 minutes to 7, 10 minutes before the morning shift lady came, I woke up. And I looked around, I was like, heaven or hell looked like my job. I didn't know where I was. For a minute, it took me a little bit, and I said, I ain't dead. But I was sick as hell. When I tell you I was sick, oh my God. And I was riding public transit at the time. It was just easier. And I had already given up my car. My car had died, and I just left the car dead, left it all dead. Honey, I had to walk 2 blocks over to the bus stop, then catch 2 buses to get home. And I was so sick and weak, I didn't know what to do. I was so weak. I was so sick. And Mary was the lady's name. Mary said, you okay? And I said, no, I don't feel too good. So I went home and did not tell my children what happened to me. I didn't tell anybody what happened to me. And then I get a phone call maybe about 2 days into not feeling well. And they told me to go ahead and take a couple of days off because they noticed that I wasn't feeling well. And a friend of mine called me, and he was in Indianapolis. He called me and said, how you doing? He said, I just felt, you just was laid on my heart, and I'm just calling, checking, see how you doing. And I told him what happened. And he said, that happened to me. He said, I'm going to make you go to the doctor. I said, how you going to make me go to the doctor? I'm in North Carolina, you in Indianapolis. He said, if I pay for you to go to the doctor, because I didn't have insurance. It was a small company. We didn't have insurance. And I'm like, I don't have no insurance. So, so he said, I know you're one lucky woman. I'm going to tell you something. Yeah, I'm blessed, but I ain't trying to push my luck neither. So he said, if I making an appointment for a cardiologist that I know of that's in Charlotte, will you go? And I said, yeah, I would go. And he made an appointment for me and paid for the appointment. That's when I'm talking about friends. Paid for the appointment. And I got to that doctor, and Dr. Smith, Dr. David, I think it's David N. Smith. I think that's his name. Black cardiologist. He did all the examination, did everything, whatever. Did the little test, stress test. Whoop de whoop. That's when he came back and said, sis, he said, based on your description of what happened to you, what you said happened to you. He said, first of all, let me just say, I don't see a heart attack. He said, but what I do see is congestive heart failure. He said, but based on your symptoms, I would say, based on those symptoms, that you would have been, if it were to have materialized, you would have had a myocardial infarction. He said, but I don't know what you believe. I don't know what your faith is. He said, but you were lucky. He said, no, you were blessed. So he said, everything that is wrong with you can be repaired with a change of diet and change of lifestyle. He said, your diabetes, I had pre-diabetes. I did not have diabetes, but I had pre-diabetes. He said diabetes. He said the congestive heart failure. He said, and everything that you have, if you change your diet, it will change your life. And I said, oh, what? What? He said, you need to be plant-based, ma'am. He said, based on your blood type, you need to be plant-based. And he said, here, I'm going to give you some printout. And he gave me a couple of pages from Dr. Joel Furman's book, Eat to Live. And I read through it. Let me tell you what, y'all, let me tell you what the doctor told me. Let me tell you what the cardiologist told me. I said, eat healthy? What you mean eat healthy? I said, that healthy food costs too much. I can't afford to eat that stuff. I have to eat what I can afford. I'm on a, small income. I got 3 kids. I got folks. I got all this stuff I got to take care of. He said, He said, I understand. He said, I understand where you're coming from. You do. He says it's not cheap. He said, but let me just put it to you like this. He said, now you have a choice. He said, you could just continue to eat the way you eat. And, just kind of just work that out the best you can. He says, but let me just tell you, based on my almost 20 years of experience, I will tell you, ma'am, that if you don't change your diet, you'll be dead within this year. And looked at me with a blank stare on my face. He said, you'll be dead within this year. He said, and if by chance you are not dead, he said, you will have either a heart attack or a stroke before the end of this year. And this was in February. And I said, what? He said, so now let me ask you again. What do you think you should do? What's most important? He said, because from this position I'm standing, seems like to me that you're the most important thing in your life. He said, so you got a choice. Now, if you don't want to eat healthy because it's expensive, well, if you live and make it through a heart attack or a stroke, he said, now you can pay the hospital, or you can pay me, a cardiologist, to help you, or you could pay the therapist, the rehab therapist to help you walk again after you had a stroke and you all mangled up. He said, or he said, you can take probably the cheapest way out, and that just go ahead and die, and you can pay the funeral home. Do you have insurance, ma'am? I looked at him, I said, what? And he just blank stared, looked at me. You got insurance? I said, no. He said, well, you got a choice. And he gave me the papers. He said, you figure out what you're going to do. And it took me 7 days to reckon with all of that stuff that he said. And seven days. The 8th day, I went to the store and I bought all kinds of greens and healthy food based on that paper that he gave me. I went and bought the book To Eat to Live, Dr. Joel Furman. I used that book like it was my Bible, and I went cold turkey, raw vegan. I was scared as hell. And let me tell you, my daughter had just had her first child. So that was my first grandchild. And I kept saying, but I want to be here for my grandchild, right? And I wanted to see her grow up, and so I immediately, do not pass go, do not collect $200. I immediately, after seven days of thinking about it, praying about it, and crying about it, I went cold turkey. Now, when I tell you I was a meat eater, I could damn near, because I don't like breasts. I don't like the breasts because they're too dry. But I could damn near eat a whole piece of chicken. I could clean eat 8 pieces of chicken by myself. Clean, easy, right? Easy. I love fried chicken. I love biscuits. I was one of the kind of women who cook fat back with my cabbage. You know what I'm saying? I cook cornbread, collard greens. I'm at the sink, cleaning greens and stuff like that. I was one of those cooks. I was the big mama cook within my family. And so that's how we ate. That's how my family ate. But I did eat other varieties of other foods. But as my children got older, I was more of a big mama cook. Yes, it was old school. So when they were growing up, I did little, like chicken breast. But I always had fried chicken, though. I would fry the chicken breast. Y'all, come on now. I would fry the chicken breast. Sometimes I buy chicken breasts, cut them up in strips and make tenders and fry the tenders, But I love French fries. I love rice, pasta, and all that kind of stuff. So they always had something like that. And I was a fast food eater because I worked so much and had to pick up the kids, had to run here, had to run there. So we would always eat fast food. And that was my problem. Eating fast food, eating microwavable foods, eating stuff that's already packaged, prepackaged. I had to feed my kids, but I was feeding them all the wrong things. So anyway, that's how we ate. But when I became when I got older and they got to be high school, I switched gears and started cooking like Big Mama more. And so beans, I always cook a big old pot of beans, honey. Yes, I would have beans going. Beans, there's some beans in there. So, Southern. And so cornbread, I love cornbread. Jesus, just thinking about it, cornbread and milk. Oh, gee, not buttermilk. I ain't like buttermilk. But cornbread and milk, I would get up in the morning. Instead of cornflakes, I would cut me a slab of cornbread, warm it up just a little bit, put a little bit of butter on it, put it in a bowl, crumble it up, honey, and put it in a bowl with some milk on it with a big-ass Jethro spoon. And, I was in heaven. You hear me? So anyway, since I was eating like that, that's how I was eating by the time I had that heart episode. And I was 251 pounds when I had my heart episode. When I had my come to Jesus meeting, honey. Listen, so when I went cold turkey, let me tell you, the doctor, I could not even exercise. He was afraid that because my blood pressure was so high, that if I exercised right then at that time, that I would have a heart attack at the gym. So he put me on lisinopril, and that made me cough my head off. So he changed it and put me on amlodipine. And I took amlodipine for a little while, and I got enough strength where I could walk down the sidewalk. Then I got better and I stopped taking it. Now, mind you, I had 7 days after my incident or to think about what he told me, then by the 14th day, I'd already started shopping, but I could not go walk and exercise yet. And I was under his care for a little while. So then I think about a month into it was when I started walking. And when I tell you I started walking, I walked up to 7 miles a day. Depends on how much time I had. I would walk 1.5 miles in the morning, 1.5 miles in the afternoon. Sometimes I walk 3 miles in the morning, 3 miles in the afternoon. Sometimes I walk 7 miles. One time I walked 7 miles across town, and I realized I was walking, listening to my music and stuff, enjoying myself. I had walked 7 miles. I turned around, I was like, where? I looked around. I took my little change. I had my little workout pants on, had a little teeny pocket. I looked in my pocket and caught the bus home. I was like, I am not walking 7 miles back to the house. I'm tired. You were blessed with a good, caring dog. I sure was. So he cared about me. He did. He said, sister, listen, let me just tell you this. And so anyway, so I walked 7 miles, and then one day I did do 14. I walked 7, and then I sat down at the park, and then when it was time to go back home, I walked 7 miles home. I did that. And then for a while, when I worked at the health food store, I would walk home every day. I had lives that I had done on Facebook where I would get off at work about 6 o'clock, and I would walk 3 miles home. Every 3 miles home, I caught the city bus to work, and I would walk home every day. So, I'm just trying to say, hate my parents' doctor. I hated my mom's doctor, her second doctor. The first one was a good one. And she didn't like him because he told her the truth. He was African. Sometimes African folk can tell you straight what they mean. So anyway, I tell y'all, my mother had oxygen problems with her breathing. She had COPD, and she wouldn't do right. And she was on oxygen. She had finally gotten to the place where her lungs were so bad she had 20% lung capacity. And my mother would not do right. I caught my mother a couple of times with her oxygen on. She had gotten one of them long nasal cannulas, one of those long oxygen tubes. She would take the oxygen and walk through the house, go outside through the garage, and stand out at the garage, take the oxygen thing off, and smoke a cigarette at the edge of the yard. Put her thing back in her nose. I said, Mama, you gonna blow up that house. But anyway, her doctor told her one day, this is what she said, I don't like that man. He said, Miss Marshall, he said, you want to see your grandparents? She said, huh? I was sitting there looking at her. I'm looking at her like, what is he telling me? He said, you want to see your grandparents? She said, no, my grandparents are dead. He said, exactly. You keep smoking, you'll see them soon. I was like, damn. She's like, I don't like that man. Anyway, oh my goodness, Mom passed away this June. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, sweetie pie. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. But anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. So I decided to eat healthy, and I did that raw vegan for almost 7 years. Almost 7 years. I was a raw vegan, walking and doing all that stuff. And then, honey, in between that time, my grandbabies started coming. I started taking care of grandbabies, and I eat whatever, nibble on whatever they was nibbling on or whatever. And so I started adding back to my diet the foods that I had stopped eating. I was still eating green, but I was adding extra rice, extra stuff. And I have noticed over the years that I have had more colds, more health concerns, just crazy stuff out the blue since I have added back to my diet, normal food, but portions of what, baby doll? Since I've added back meat, and I still never did add back ice cream because I'm an ice cream fool. I love milk. I was a milk addict. I was a dairy addict. I would eat cheese, just off the block. Me and my mother both would buy cheese, and we would just walk and eat cheese like it was gummy bears or something. And cheese and ice cream, pastas and rices and stuff. I was all that. Not as sick, right? Yeah. Your portion's getting bigger. What you mean? My portions are getting bigger. Yeah, I was eating my ass off, child. So I would have my green foods, and then I would have extra. Like, I would eat my greens, and then I go ask my daughter, can I have your skin off your chicken? Yeah, no, cheese, dairy, period, is horrible. Horrible for the body. Horrible. Don't listen. This is one of the reasons why I don't fool the government, because ever since I was a child, I was told, based on what we saw, that milk did the body good. That is not the truth. Milk does not do your body good. It does not. And dairy doesn't do your body good either. Right? And so when I found out all that stuff about food, I realized that they've been lying to me all this time. Straight line. Did a whole campaign propaganda. Milk does your body good. Eat your cereal fortified with iron. What you mean iron? Iron filings. Where to get that? What is that in my cereal? No, I'm not eating that stuff. No, thank you. I'm trying to find the milk I'm happy with. I like almond milk, but I buy it. Let me tell you something. The almond milk you buy is not almond milk, child. There's not enough almonds in there. It's raggedy, but I buy it because I buy it. But I normally make my own almond milk. I usually soak my almonds and then pull the brown skin off, and then use like a cup of almond to about 3 cups of water, blend it in my NutriBullet. Sometimes I get fancy with it, and I would use coconut water instead of water. Sometimes I would add pure, not imitation, pure vanilla extract to it. Sometimes I would just, I would add different things to it to make it taste however I felt like I wanted to taste. Then I would buy pure cacao, and then I would add cacao to it and use, what's it called? Medul dates. These dates without the pits. I would add 1, maybe 2, but 1. Usually 1, and throw that 1 in there, and that would be as sweet as I would have it with the coconut water and all. And it was good. The chocolate milk was good. Man, I was smashing it. But I was losing weight so fast. I had to slow down because I started to get the little saggy jaws. And, I started to get that big head that Al Sharpton, J. Hood, big head, Star Jones, big head, little body. I was like, no. Starting to look old because my face, I was losing weight so fast. So I was losing almost 7 pounds a week. And that was just too fast. It was too much. And I didn't like that. So I began to, and that was one of the reasons why I started to slow down, because I just didn't like looking like that. And then the other reason was that I was adding too much, that Monique head. Yes, that big giant head and that small body. No sir. Another big, I already got the neck. Look, this is from, when I was fat. And shoot, I lost the weight. Now my neck all big. I am no. So, and then my arms, child. Let me just get off my arm. The damn, if the wind blew too hard, hell, I'd fly a damn way. Anyway, what I was saying was I slowed down. I was adding too much fruit to my smoothies, especially bananas. I was adding way too much fruit. And I learned from a friend of mine who is a vegan coach, a vegan trainer, personal trainer. He told me that the best rule of thumb is to juice your vegetables and eat your fruit. He said, because when you juice your fruit, you reduce it to make it absorbable. and you get much of the raw natural sugars in it into your bloodstream too fast. And it can trick your body into thinking, it's a damn gnat. It trick your body into thinking, with the sugar, and switch that thing and put your body into fat storage mode, and and sure enough, I was smashing the hell out them damn bananas. I had mango smoothies. I bought me a smoothie Bible. It's the smoothie Bible. I was doing all kinds of stuff, and child, weight gain. Woof. And so then I went completely green. I was already green, and I switched up with the fruit. Then I went back to completely green, and the weight was falling off. Then I got into supplements. When I learned about supplements, I got a job at health food store, at one of the local health food stores, and that's when I learned about supplements and because I was hungry at first. Lord have mercy. His name is Shabaka Amen. I called Shabaka. I said, I can't do this raw stuff because I'm hungry as hell and I feel weak and I feel crazy. He said, listen, with the smoothies and with your juicing and you're eating raw, he said, you can eat more. You're not eating enough. You're running out of fuel. Eat more. So when he told me that, I'm a salad person anyway, and I started smashing food. When I tell you, I ate all day. My friends and kids was like, you eating again? Yep, because I could eat all day. I eat fruit. I just get like bell peppers and shit and just eat them. I buy the sweet ones and just eat the sweet ones. Pick it up like an apple. I would just snack all day. I get a little... my diet every day consisted of, and I'm not telling you any lie, my diet consisted of a gallon of water, and a gallon of water, and I had a gallon of green juice every day. That was way too much water. Way too much water. I learned later, way too much water. However, I would get up in the morning, drink 16 ounces of water, and then that was the first thing within 30 minutes, 16 ounces of water. Go to the bathroom, go to the kitchen, and I would do, for my blood pressure, I would do like apple cider vinegar shot. And it substituted for coffee because I stopped drinking coffee. I was smashing hell out of coffee. I loved coffee. I did that. Then I would make my smoothie. I would make it in a half gallon jug. I would drink 32 ounces off the top. I got friends that tell you the truth. 32 ounce mason jar. That was my first drink. I would smash it. Just knock it out. Drink it. And then I would drink that. And maybe about an hour and a half later, I would drink the 32 ounces again. That's 64 ounces of green juice already before lunchtime. And then lunchtime, I would drink about 32 ounces, give myself a little time, eat a little something, a salad, or eat some vegetables or fruit, or have a soup, have that. And then then I would then down the rest of it before like 5 o'clock, before it was time to go home from work. I used to do the apple cider vinegar for gut balance. Yeah, I was really good. Really, really good. And so that's how my drinking would go. And so in between there, I was drinking water up until about 8 o'clock at night. 8 o'clock, I was still drinking water. But I would always drink water maybe about an hour before bed. So that green juice will get you going for sure, fully energized. Yeah. Then when I learned about super greens, my favorite supplement, my favorite company is Health Force. I love Health Force. I love Vita Mineral Greens. I love Vita Mineral Greens. And I would put that in my smoothies, and it was just energy charge. I was pew, 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 pew. And I was working on my heart, my blood pressure, because I was told that I had artery damage from all of this stuff. I believe that artery damage, I'm going to tell you the truth, I believe that artery damage came from taking diet pills when I was a younger mother. I wasn't that young. Shit, my kids were in elementary school, and I was taking diet pills. I wasn't taking fen, but I was taking the other phentermine, whatever it's called. I don't know. But I think that's where my artery damage came from. And when my blood pressure changed, because it used to always be low. And then just with time, stress and everything, it switched and it just got worse and worse. And I think probably when my kids were little, they were, again, in elementary school. I think I started having blood pressure issues then, but didn't know it, and I was heavy. So, yeah, I ain't seen nothing y'all said. I just talking. That was some bad shit. My sister and my mother-in-law were harmed. I'm not really sure what you're talking about. Yeah, I keep telling him he needs to eat more often. He will eat 1 to 2 meals a day. Yeah, of course people do fasting, intermittent fasting, and sometimes there are foods you don't have to eat as much as people tell us, that we were told that we got to eat 3 meals a day or eat 5 small meals, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. But it depends on your portions. Your body actually didn't have to have that much food. However, the challenge is here that you may not be getting all the nutrients. So it depends on what you're eating. And so I try to make sure that I have some sort of super green, superfoods, or a supplement. If I'm not going to eat as much, I'm going to supplement. That's why supplements are called supplement. They are supposed to supplement your diet. That's why you don't do listen, when I stopped eating healthy, I started gorging on supplements. I got to take this one. I was taking up to 15 to 20 pills, capsules of healthy stuff a day. But God, dog, that's just too much. I was downing them things, my little chunky ass, and getting no vitamins. Let me tell y'all this too. If you do too much juicing, this is my own personal experience. Hey, girl, hey. My own personal experience, my teeth got sore. Like when you juice, I overjuiced. Like I juiced everything.
Oh, you finna cook?
Girl, no, I ain't finna cook. I'm just juicing. Are you hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I wish I had known. See, I could have, but you wouldn't have ate what I was going to cook no way. So it was been parsnips and carrots and cabbage. Yeah.
No chicken?
No. I'm sorry, honey bunny. You want to go get you something to eat? So I don't know what I was saying. So anyway, supplements. So superfoods, juicing, a really good supplement. I like whole food supplements myself, but there are good companies that are not whole foods, but they're really good formulated supplements. I actually like Emerald Labs. I used to like Mega Foods, Whole Foods. I still do. But they kind of sold out, so I'm not sure where I'm on the fence with Mega Foods. Used to like Garden of Life, but I don't know. But I take what I need to take. He could do a cleanse, drop 30 pounds, and still. Don't you hate that shit? Man, it takes me forever. Your teeth got sore too? Yeah. When you start overjuicing. Listen, my daddy told me, and then other people have told me, when you don't use something, you lose it. So your body is very smart. It's a computer. And it says, oh, we're not using these now? Okay, so let me go ahead and just get rid of these. Right? It's just like when you live a sedimentary life. I think that's how you say it. When you sitting all the time and you ain't doing shit, or you sitting and watching TV, your body says, oh, well, I really don't need, this leg because I don't walk on it. So you start having problems with your legs and your lower extremities. Oh shit, I'm always laying down. Oh, I thought you was dead. Oh, so let me go ahead and start the dying process. Okay, so there goes your heart. There goes your blood pressure. There goes, your thyroid, your hormones mess. Oh, you ain't doing nothing? Oh, okay, so you getting ready to die. So let me go ahead and start it and put it into motion, and there you go. This is why you find people who speedball their ass straight into the damn grave. because they sitting down too long, sitting too long, ain't doing nothing, ain't moving around. This is one of the things I know for sure is wrong with our children, and that is they cut out recess, going outside, getting that energy from the sun. I remember we used to go outside in our coats and hats. We had recess and would be sweaty in the coats and hat and had to go back inside. But we'd have recess and we would, go outside, get the energy, get that little energy off of you, the keyed up energy off of you. We used to have to pass in gym. We used to have to pass the presidential health requirement. We used to have to pass that shit. Y'all don't remember that? We had to be able to do a certain number of sit-ups. We had to be able to run a mile in a certain amount of time. All of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now kids don't do shit. And now with the COVID, whether they go to school or not, oh my God, we're going to be raising a whole generation of sick ass people. They're going to be too sick. These children are going to be too sick to take care of grown folks. Here I am, 56 years old. When I get to be 86, 96 years old, I should have some grandkids or great grandkids that are going to be able to take care of me. Hell no, because them motherfuckers going to be already dead because they done been and died from circulation problem, obesity. They're going to have dementia. They're going to be sick, all kind of shit. Oh Lord, I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm going to have to take care of myself a long time because these here children, juvenile diabetes, all the fat ass kids, I'm sorry, I said what I said. Fat ass kids can't run. Oh my God. And all they do is sit in the house smacking and popping, watching TV and playing video games and don't go outside. Oh Jesus. What you say, baby?
I'm looking for Granddaddy crowbar.
Who you trying to hit with a crowbar?
Oh, nobody.
Oh. Yeah. No. He all right?
Huh?
He all right?
Yeah, I went in there, told him I was home. He looked at me and go away.
Oh. Yeah, no. Not my babies. I mean, listen, I'm telling y'all, telling the truth. They don't go outside. They do not go outside. Hide and go seek, riding the bicycles. They don't do shit. They sit in front of the TV with this controller on a laptop, nothing. Gaming all the time. Don't know shit about outside. Don't know nothing about plants. Don't know nothing about food growing. Don't know nothing. Nothing. Yes, okay. But I know the world is, technology driven. I get it. I understand. Again, this is why I'm saying that people are raising sick children. Sick. And then with young folks having children, oh my Jesus, Lord have mercy. Let me not get started. You took them out of school. She loves watching, learn from, to smooches too, Ivani. Listen, I remember when I was young, my mom used to say, go outside, because I was getting on her nerves. I was getting on her nerves. Get your ass outside. Go outside. And then I would go outside and hang out all day long. I would come in the house, get me some water, go back outside, ride my bike, playing hide go seek, hide go get it. We was fast. We was playing games. We did everything. Came back in the house smelling like outside. Mama said, go take a bath. You smell like outside. Oh, puppies. You smell like puppies. So I'm going to take a shower, take a bath and get ready for bed. And we would play, drink out the water hose. Yes, indeed. Oh my God. And kids nowadays, I was in the health food store when I was working in the health food store, child. They had, oh my God, this young person came in. She about worked my nerves. She came in. We had some organic fruit and some of it still had a little dirt on it. And the girl say, this fruit got dirt on it. I'm like, yeah, just wash it off. I don't want to eat no dirty fruit. Why it's got dirt on it? Because it came from outside. She's like, what? She said the fruit comes from the store. Bitch, Girl, I walked away from her. She said, I said, your fruit and your vegetables, ma'am, supposed to come from the ground. It is supposed to have dirt on them. And if you get some where the grocer has rinsed them off, you still should rinse them again because they come from the ground. Most kids and folks don't even know what a doggone broccoli looks like coming out the doggone ground, or a carrot, or cucumber, zucchini, squash, watermelon. They don't know what rice look like. Now, I can't talk about nobody because I just learned about what rice look like. But they don't even know what rice look like coming out the ground. They ain't never seen nothing like that. I remember when I was in California and they were talking about the inner city students, children going to farms and going on field trips to farms, because we would have never seen animals, farm animals. The only doggone chickens we'd ever seen was wrapped in a package at the grocery store. You know, real live chickens, real live cows, real live goats and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, God made dirt on hers, but man has successfully messed up what God has given us. I'll say that. So anyway, I need to stop talking to y'all. I need to finish doing my juices. Hide and go get it. Yeah, listen, hide. Woo, child. Yeah, it's too far back. I don't even know what y'all said. So I'm sorry if I missed what some of you guys said. Say it again, because I missed it just talking, rambling. But your hubby won't let you have goats, but I'm still working on them. Yeah, goats, they'll eat up eat the stuff. They eat your food too out your garden. I'm gonna tell you that. Hey, Pink Rasta, Pinky. They eat your food out your garden. Smash up all your stuff. Yeah, we got a goat at the farm at Nebadai Farms where I go and volunteer, and his name is Chocolate, and Chocolate was eating up all he was eating up all the food. Had to put him in the damn cage. Goat cheese sound right good. I don't want no goat cheese, no goat, nothing, no goat's milk, no goat cheese, no cow milk, no cow cheese. If it come out of an animal titty, I don't want none. No, you can keep it. I know cheese don't come out the titty, but y'all know what I mean. The vegan trainer you mentioned earlier was Shabaka Amin, right? Yep. Shabaka Amin. Let me tell you something. Years ago, before I had the problem, the heart issue, years ago, Shabaka had told me, prior to that, he had told me, sister, you need to think about changing your diet. He told me about the book Eat to Live. He told me about healthy eating. I was like, yeah, okay. And shit. My ass wound up. Oh, I'm alive. So I give the respect to Dr. Joel Furman, but to be honest, Shabaka Amin, he told me first. Sister, you need to change your diet. Sister, you need to do this. Sister, you need to... Here. And I was not listening. Bet y'all was listening now. I went to Shabaka. I was like, help me. Any tips for psoriasis? I broke out with stress-induced psoriasis. Well, I'm not a doctor. And I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just a regular old mama, sister, who's just gone through some stuff. So I'll say your psoriasis may be gut health issues as well. And so you may want to do the research. I always tell everybody to do the research. Do the research on psoriasis and dermatitis and eczema as it pertains to gut health issues and candida, yeast. Do that research. Gut health issues. So you may need a probiotic, or you may need something to that effect. Maybe you do. Again, it's stress induced. You might want to reduce your stress, whatever that may be. You may want to look into some CBD or CBD oil to see if it can help you in some way, or some sort of adaptogenic herb, something like holy basil, blah, 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 to help with your nervous system. But I definitely would look into digestive issues as it pertains to dermatitis. And keep in mind too that stress will take you out quicker than anything else, mama. So this is why I laugh so much at so many things. Y'all be cracking me up. I try not to be mad. I try not to get mad and be mad. Sometimes I do. But honey, I ain't got time. If it's gonna stress me out, this is why I done walked off of plenty of jobs. I walked off of jobs, cuss folks out at work. I wasn't gonna be stressed. Fuck y'all. Anyway, I ain't gotta be here. See you later. Just ordered Joel Furman's book. Eat your live. Let me tell you what else y'all watch. If y'all got Netflix, watch Forks Over Knives. Watch Forks Over Knives. Boy, when I watched that thing, I was like, woo. And there was another one, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. I don't know if it's both of them are still on Netflix. They may have rotated those out already. Ouch, I got a cramp from standing up so long. Oh. But look for those. Stress management will make you sick. I just walked off from a job. Yeah, listen, I'm not letting them kill me, because let me tell you what they're going to do. You let people stress you out at work. You let your job stress you out. Guess what's going to happen? When you die, some of them coworkers may come to your funeral. Some of them won't, but guess what? They're going to put somebody in that position that you left. Oh, it's just horrible what happened to so and so. Business go on. Somebody else sitting in your desk. Somebody else sitting in your office. Somebody else doing the work that you're doing. You dead and gone. Kids gone. They hollering and screaming, boo-hoo and crying. And your job business got to go on. So they are not going to give a fat rat's ass. You hear me what I say when I say it. You see there? And they moved. Listen, you don't give a care. They gotta make their money. And you, most of us, whether you believe it or not, when you're working in the company, honey, this is why they believe they own you, and you believe they own you. I worked at one health food store, the small mom and pop health food store. Y'all know my mouth. Y'all know I can be quite frosty and hot at the same time. And the owner of the company of the store told me, he said, this is your because I would be late. Y'all know I'm slow. Okay. He told me, this is your most important thing that you have to do. This is your main priority. I said, it's a priority, but it ain't my main priority, and it ain't the most important thing I got to do. I get here when I get here. And if I can't get here at the time I say I'm supposed to be here, then I'll call you and tell you I can't get there on time. What in the hell is you talking about? So he looked at me like, what? Well, I'm your boss. No, I don't have a boss. You're not my boss. You're not my boss. You're the owner of the company. And I exchange my experience and my expertise for money to help you in your company go to where your company needs to go. And you pay me for what I need, what I know. So we are in partnership. You are not my boss. You're not even my supervisor. You don't supervise me. And boy, was he not. He didn't. It wasn't gonna be long before I got fired. It wasn't that long. No, we can't. You can't be here. Well, I don't care. I don't make no difference. You think this is the first job I ever got? The first time I came in and interviewed? Shh, I'm an excellent interviewer, but I'm a terrible employee. Like, get y'all. I don't own me. I'm my own person. You better find some sort of business that you do and supplement your doggone income. Because let me tell you something, your job, just like right now, your job even if it's a career, dictates to you what you gonna do. It tells you you have to ask, can you get some time off? You have to put in for time off. You have to make sure, in some companies, you got to make sure it's okay with your team members because you're on a team and they, it may not be within what needs to happen within that job. And what if they tell you, no, you can't have it off because we got this time, it's this time of year. What you going to do? And this is the most important time. What you going to do? Oh, okay, I can't get this day off. Psh, I wish I let a damn company tell me when I can and cannot get off. What I can? What you mean? I ain't asking you. I think, well, you have to come in and ask, request this day. No, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in and I'm going to tell you I need this day, and this day. Let's work on the schedule and make sure that these days I can have off. Now, I can compromise on this day, but I can't on these days. You work that out. If you don't want to work it out, you got a choice to fire me. I live in an at-will state. They can fire me if they want to. I don't give a flip. I go get another job. You don't run nothing? You run something. How you going to tell me when I can get off? Are you kidding me? That's why I'm not a good employee. And they don't hire me. They were like, There's one company one time. I have been unemployed for a while because I was working in my own company. It said, I see that there's a gap in your resume because I couldn't even remember how to do a resume. I think there's a gap in time on your resume. Or what happened during this time? And I said I was working for my own business. So the man, excuse me, not the man, the woman made a mistake. When I told her what I was doing, she said, "Oh, you had a little business." She said, "Well, what kind of business?" And I told her what I made: natural bath and body products, and I had my own store. I had my own retail store. I did this, blah 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 blah. She said, chuckle, WT lady, white, lady. Well, that's nice, but I don't know, you made soap and what else? I said, listen, I was the owner of my company. I did marketing. I did display. I branded myself. I did all of the stuff for my company. I hired a person to come and work for me. I created schedules and all this other kind of stuff. I said, yeah, I own my own company. I just didn't make soap. You see what I'm saying? The people, they a trip. They downplay your stuff. Anyway, like that teacher with cancer, the staff donated their PTO cause he was out. See what I'm saying? They don't tell you. It will replace you in a heartbeat. We open our own company. I'm working until it's more stable. My goal is tinctures and apothecary. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bunk y'all. Them people. I'm going to be a good employee. I'm not a good employee. I'm not. And I used to be. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, I was so stuck to the plantation. I was a good employee. I didn't miss no days. I didn't miss no time. I worked for 17 years with a staffing agency. I was one of the best employees. They would send me on several companies, different companies, to, work assignments because they knew my work ethic and blah, blah, blah. I missed all kinds of stuff for my kids. I missed all kinds of activities. I missed a lot of stuff. I couldn't because, of course, if I wasn't there, I wasn't going to get paid. And I needed to be able to take care of my family. In retrospect, listen, I'd never do that again. Ever. Ever, never. When my kids say they need something, when I was working, my grandmother, when my grandmother was living and she was her dementia was, kind of shaky. They would call me from work like they would call, like school would call and say, you got